All right, guys, how is it going? We are back with another episode, and this is something I've been curious about. I've heard a lot about the Norway prison system being like crazy, crazy good compared to the United States. So we have right here how Norway's prison systems are different from America's. The original channel is called And Now There's News. The link to the original video will be in the description section down below. So go show their channel some love. And we're going to go ahead and jump into this and find out what the differences are. I have heard that they're way more lenient. It's not so military style, or not military, but like so strict and whatnot, like we have here. So let's check this out.
Staying in a maximum security prison is not a normal life, but that's also an ambition.
No, that would
reduce
suck.
the feeling of being in a prison as much as possible.
And in here you have my cell. So I have DVD and movies from there.
The basic question that we ask ourselves in Norway, what kind of neighbor do we really want? Because they could move into my neighborhood and they could move into your neighborhood. So I think this is an important question to ask ourselves, really.
Okay.
That should have an influence on how we work inside prisons.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So 655 versus 60. Wow.
It's not for the prison to judge or to punish. We have to interact and be human. I think it's as simple as that.
Yeah, because it's like, just because you're a correctional officer, you're like a cop or something, doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. It's just your job. Like, humans shouldn't be judging, other humans like that. So they do have a better outlook on it like that. They don't put themselves above, right? That makes a big difference. Where was these riots at? Was that Norway? Okay. Re-examine, restructure, suppress corrections. See, riots and murders and people fighting guards and fighting each other and stuff. That's something that America still deals with, and I'm pretty sure it's getting worse and worse as it goes on. So maybe we could like learn a thing or two, from Norway.
The most important thing is how we treat people. This is the 4 key elements that I would like you to remember. The principle of normality, the focus that we have in Norway on humanity inside prisons, what we call dynamic security, and the emphasis that we put on reintegration into society.
I would say the main goal of the trip is for inspiration to go bold back in the United States.
Let's talk a little bit more about Halden then. How do we work and what are the unique things about us?
Yeah, I've definitely heard about this, and this is something, like I said, I'm very curious about. And anyways, if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Charlie, and I do plenty of reaction videos on different stuff from around the world, comparing it to the United States from an American perspective. So hit like, hit subscribe if this is something that you want to keep watching, content like this. So, and I really do appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. It just literally just helps the channel grow. So thank you.
And in here you have my cell. So I have DVD and movies from there.
Oh, wow. It's like
Here
an
we have a
apartment.
real toilet with a shower and everything. You can see everybody have their key, so they can open.
They got their own key for their door, even? That's like a little apartment.
Or close to the doors whenever they want.
Even though it's nice here, it's still not a summer camp. But I would like you to, look beyond the facilities. It's not the most important thing.
So this is the cell. Every cell is similar. And here we have the kitchen, where I used to prepare the food. You can see here, it's inside here.
That's a really important principle in Norway, which talks about that taking someone's liberty away and taking them away from their family, away from their community, that in of itself is the punishment. So life inside prisons should look as normal to life in the community as possible.
And in here,
You know, she makes a good point on that. They still feel human, at least. You know what I mean? And they're missing their people. They know they messed up. You know what I mean? Good deal.
Inside prisons should look as normal to life in the community as possible.
and in here, you have this washing room. You can wash the clothes and
Wow.
right.
Staying in a maximum security prison.
My washer and dryer's broke right now. I got laundry piled up. These guys in here, they got their own washer and dryer, man. They're living better than me.
And
Man.
right.
Staying in a maximum security prison is not a normal life.
And I noticed
no.
you're just wearing normal clothes.
Yeah. That's allowed. You can wear whatever you want.
That's also an ambition, to reduce the feeling of being in a prison as much as possible. That's the normality principle.
How you can normalize
Wow.
a correctional setting for individuals to transition out. Bigger challenge in our system, but definitely something to think about. The commissary, the stores, where an individual actually gets to go to a real store and pick out commissary items. I think that's a good adds to the normalization.
We think this is the most important part. Dynamic security sounds like a very fancy thing, but it's really just having a normal interpersonal relations between the officers, or all staff really, and the inmates.
Contact officer, huh?
Every inmate has a primary contact officer,
Okay.
and every officer have 2 or 3 inmates that he is the contact officer for. That was the ambition, from guard to also be a social worker.
Okay. Over here, you just apply for the job and you get it. That's it. There's a big difference. Yeah.
The main subjects at the academy: ethics, psychology, communication technique, criminology, law, human rights. Of course, they do learn self-defense, they do learn extraction techniques, they do learn to work as a team, but that's not the major components. It's about how do you treat people.
Right. Yeah.
respectfully.
My family always think that I just play games, because that's why I like very much to play games. So I often play cards and stuff with inmates.
I know in some states it's
cool.
forbidden and will have consequences for you if you interact with inmates as a staff member. Quite the opposite here. We expect and demand an interaction between staff and inmates.
It's kind of friendship with someone.
Okay.
And to see the progress and see the changes, that's the best with the job.
It's like a rehabilitation center then, huh?
The contact officer is, for example, sitting down with you and making you a future plan. So what for steps by steps to become a free man.
From day one?
Yeah.
So the officers need to know everything about the system and give advice to the inmates about the future, what steps should he take.
All right. I wonder, recidivism. That's probably like repeat offenders, I think. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure.
Photos of my daughter, big love of my life. I've been here for 1.5 years, but I was transferred from a prison in Brazil. You can compare that to
Brazil.
Come from hell to heaven. So
Yeah, I've heard about the South American prison systems. Those are some of the worst. Wow, that guy's living the life now.
it's a big difference.
Oh yeah.
The guards, first of all, in Brazil, the guards are
mean.
more you feel bad and weakness, the more they feel good. Here you have the guards, you know, they was very kind to me when I came. They are still very kind. We can speak, you know, they treat me as a human being. In Brazil, you get treated like an animal.
I wonder, like, what exactly happened? How do you get transferred from Brazil to, you know, Norway, which is like, that's on the other side of the world. I wonder, that's crazy to me. I don't know what circumstance that would actually take place.
I've been working here since the opening in 2010, and I've been working in other prisons before that also. It's not for the prison to judge or to punish, because the police catch the guy, goes to the court, and it gets a sentence perhaps, and then it comes to prison with that. We have to interact and be human. It's,
right.
I think it's as simple as that. It really is, because we can create walls between us, but that doesn't help anything. We have to communicate, we have to interact.
Without
Right.
approaching people with respect and dignity, it's impossible to sit down the next day and talk about his future, because he will not have any trust in you. So in order to, you know, work well with reintegration and future planning, etc., there has to be, you know, a foundation there of trust between the staff and the inmates.
I've visited a lot of prisons in the United States as well, and somehow I don't have the same kind of feeling of, you know, relief of getting out of an impressive environment that I've experienced coming out of those prisons. I think that says something about how different the environment is here.
I think I have big opportunities here to prepare myself for the life after prison. I thought there is still hope, there is still opportunities, you know, to get a good life after getting out. So, yeah.
I hope he does. Well, there it was, guys. Yeah, that's definitely it's probably a better approach, really. You know what I mean? Like, they're getting better results. Like, that guy doesn't seem like a hardened criminal. If he would have stayed in Brazil, treating him like an animal, it could have made his situation worse and gave him more of like a negative attitude about life and everything. So, yeah, that is definitely not the way they do it in America. So, anyways, like I said before, go check out the original channel. Link will be in the description section down below. Hit subscribe to them. Hit subscribe to me if you don't want to miss out on any future videos like this. Hit the notification bell and have a good, awesome, super fun, awesome day. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.